as I'm scrolling through Instagram Reels and TikTok, the male loneliness epidemic comes up on my page quite frequently. And I was thinking to myself, what are some traits that would make a guy fall perfect into that loneliness epidemic, where it's not that like he's choosing not to deal with women, it's just when he has chances, he messes it up. Because I only want to talk to men who actively want to get better with dating. If you're trying to, hate on girls and hate on women, bro, wrong channel. Wrong channel. But if you're somebody who says, hey man, I get chances here and there, but when I get these chances, they don't convert. What are some things that you could be doing wrong? What are some attitudes or mindsets that you have? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna break down 3 things that are making you uneffable. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know exactly what I mean. Let's get into this shit. The first thing that I see from guys who I coach full time is indecisiveness. I'll see a girl post on TikTok, hey, this is an interaction I've had with a guy. The girl goes, okay, so what were you thinking? And then the guy goes, I don't know, what do you want? And I get it, right? A guy may go, hey man, it's 2025. I'm not gonna be this like masculine gender role guy. She can make decisions too. Guys, look, I don't care how feminist, I don't care how much she hates men. These women still crave to be led by a masculine guy. Nothing can beat our core programming, in my personal opinion. She can have all these anti-views against men, but at the end of the day, they all want to be led by a masculine man. So if you do get a match on a dating app, or you do approach a girl out in the street, and the topic of plans come up, don't form your lips to say, well, what do you want? Guys, you should 9 times out of 10 say, if you don't know, you know what? I'm gonna go on Yelp and I'm gonna look something up. At least say that. It's better to say that, and you're basically saying, hey, let me work on it, versus what do you want? Because don't defer choices to her. Now, guys, this is me being extra, but again, I learned from women in a way. They look at things way deeper. They say, well, if he can't plan a date, he probably can't plan his future. Like, they start going that deep over you not knowing where you want to take her on a date. Seriously. So if you're a guy that, is a bit indecisive, okay, at least say, hey, I'm working on it. Let me go into Yelp real quick. At least say that. But do not say, I don't know, like, what do you want? Guys, you should, on the top of your head, you should have at least 3 bar spots and like. At least 3, top of your head, boom, we'll go here. Oh, we'll do this. That at least. Because at least now you have something to say, right? And I can go a layer deeper with the indecisiveness. Let's just say you pick her up to hang out. What are we gonna do? I don't know. You guys get to a restaurant. You go, oh, what are you gonna get? I don't know. Like, again, I know I'm being extra here, but women still crave more masculine traits than men. So when you're very indecisive, you don't know what you want. And don't let her ask you what you want to do with your life. If she asks you that question and you're like, I don't know, turn off. Again, guys, I know I'm being so picky with this, and this isn't how it should. This isn't how it should be, but it is what it is. I can ask a girl, what are her plans for the future? If she says, I'm not sure, I'm not going to judge her. I don't care. But let a woman ask you, what do you want to do with your life? If you hit her with I don't know, she can get turned off. Matter of fact, I'll go to women and say she will. So indecisive men tend to turn women off. It doesn't turn them on. So if you could be a guy watching this right now where you had an opportunity with a woman, and when plans came up, you're like, you deferred to her, what do you want to do? Which led her go, I don't know, well, I guess, I'll text you later or we'll figure it out. And you may have never heard from her ever again. So if you're a guy where you're indecisive, try to fix that. That is one trait I can say across the board, all women will get the ick from. I know women are unique in their own way, but say to a group of 10 women, hey, is it a turn on or turn off if a guy is indecisive? Most girls will say, well, I'm indecisive. So we both can't be indecisive, right? So one trait I can guarantee you that will help you out a lot in your dating life, brother, is being decisive. When you go to this bar, you ask her, yo, what looks good for you? I don't know. Don't worry, I'll order for us. If you guys are getting dinner, you guys sit down. After it's been a few minutes, hey, looking at the menu here, do you see anything you like? No? Okay, I got you. Being able to be a decisive leader is a turn on across the board. So work on this, because being indecisive can cost you a situationship, casual sex, a relationship, marriage. It can cost you a lot. Every tier that you can think of when it comes to dealing with women, it can cost you. The second trait that makes you uneffable is having no backbone. So shout out to my girl, Sadia Khan. She said something very profound. I always thought it to be true, but she articulated it very well. She says, a woman can't be turned on by you if she knows she can manipulate you. If a woman knows, oh, John, oh, it's fine. I know I can just say my dog is sick and he'll believe me. Oh, this guy, oh yeah, I can easily hold out from sex. He's not going anywhere. If they know they can manipulate you, they don't desire you as much. That's why the quote unquote bad boys, the girls like them so much, because those guys will go, nah, I'm not going for that. Nah, you're good, you're done, you're cut, you're blocked. Those girls know, hey, when I'm dealing with John, I can be whatever I want. I can say whatever I want, do whatever I want. He's not going to step up and say anything. But this guy, oh, I have to be on point, because I know he'll walk away if I'm not treating him with the utmost respect. So let's go over some scenarios where a lot of guys don't have a backbone. Let's just say a girl has canceled plans multiple times. The guy with no backbone will just keep rescheduling dates. And now that girl knows, hey, I can have anything come up. I can do whatever. He's not going anywhere. Therefore, it's harder for her to be attracted to you, harder for her to like you, because she knows there's no consequences. She can keep flaking and keep rescheduling because she knows you'll keep coming back around, and she knows you'll keep texting her throughout the day, throughout the week, and giving her attention and validation. So if she knows she can just do anything, she can flake on your date, she's not going to be attracted to you. Another thing in regards to backbone is arguments. Now, guys, on every date I go on, I try to challenge the person I'm with to a friendly discussion. Guys, this is where I completely annihilate them. Like, I know it's a hot take, but this girl needs to know, oh, this guy, if he disagrees with me, he'll say why and break it down step by step. I've been on plenty of dates where me and the girl had a discussion, and I was like, yeah, but what about this and that? And how about this? And also this and also that. Her jaw hit the floor because I completely articulated my point without being rude or mean, and I disagree with her. Now she's like, wow, a guy who will disagree with me, most guys on dates are kissing my feet, kissing my ass. Why? Because they want sex. So if she knows, oh, if I say something this guy doesn't agree with, he'll say why, and he'll tell me I'm wrong, right? Or he'll offer me a different perspective. A lot of guys on dates, they want to do their best to get laid, right? So what do? Whatever it takes, agree with everything she says, even change their point. A guy can say, oh, I actually think, Dodge makes great trucks. She'll go, nah, actually Ford is better. You know what? Actually, Ford does make better trucks. Like, you'll even disagree with yourself and say she's right, just so you can be agreeable. I do believe women, to an extent, don't like men who are too agreeable. I think that's a person thing. That's not even like a man or a woman thing. If someone is too agreeable, it's like, where's your backbone? Where's your opinions? And I have a lot, which is why I'm able to run a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, do your best to have a bit more backbone. If a girl says, oh, let's do this, go, you know what, that place, the customer service isn't good, the food's not, it's not very tasteful, let's go here. Have a backbone. If she says, oh, my bad for not texting you for over the past 2 days, yada, 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 don't say, oh, it's okay. You respond, actually, come on, girl. We know we can do better than every 2 days. Let's work on the responding. Like, having a backbone to say, no, you're tripping. And a lot of guys are scared of calling girls out because they think, well, what if I call her out and she walks away? That's the whole point. Are you willing to say something where she can walk away? The answer is no. There it is. You probably don't have the best backbone to stand up to her. The last thing I want to talk about in regards to having a backbone is to being able to stand on what you believe when she challenges you. Now that is where a lot of guys will fold as well, because it's easy to be agreeable, but when a girl challenges your belief, especially if you think it's true, how do you handle that? For example, if I tell a girl, hey, look, if I'm gonna be the sole provider of the family, as in I pay for my bills, the bills, and your bills, I'm the person in the house who has the last say. I've had girls go, well, that's not fair. Well, it's not fair I pay all the bills, huh? Like, of course, we had a much deeper discussion, but my point is, are you able to stand in what you say and back up what you believe? Because, guys, any person who disagrees with me, I'm totally happy to hop on a Zoom and have a discussion, because I believe in what I say so much, I'm willing to defend it. So if you have opinions about dating, especially opinions about sports and stuff like that, and you aren't able to defend it, that is a lack of a backbone and lack of identity as well, right? So when you're out on dates and you say a comment and she challenges you, don't just say, you're right, I feel you. No, stand on it. Defend what you believe in. The last thing I'll say in regards to traits that make you ineffable is your lack of desire to try. Guys, if you ever have an opportunity to go through a girl's phone when it comes to Hinge, you will see all of the low effort. You'll see it. And here's the thing. Most of these guys on these dating apps, if it's not for a dating app, they're not going to meet women at all. You'd think if they had, if they thought about it that way, they try harder, but most guys don't. So they put half-ass effort into everything. And it's very ironic because men will lock in when it comes to resources. A lot of guys will go to a school and go monk mode and not go out and, try to get the best GPA so they can get into the best master's, what's that word? Graduate school. Sorry, I'm a dropout, right? They'll put in so much effort into their careers. And then some guys put so much effort into their physique where they're counting every calorie, tracking every workout. But when it comes to, go approach that girl, they're like, well, why? Well, why can't she just approach me? It's almost like they feel entitled to women because they've done, some type of self-improvement. Guys, look, the men who do the best with girls, this is not like 100% true, but there are guys out there who just simply try harder and they have more results. For example, when was the last time you approached a girl sober? When was the last time you actually took dating app photos with intent? You got a haircut, you put on some cool clothes, you went to a cool, restaurant or rooftop bar in town. When was the last time you actually tried? For a lot of guys, the answer is never, or it's been a long time, right? So the men who crush it on dating apps may have actually said, you know what? Let me actually craft this profile to look good. Let me actually take some of, Chad's or / defund simping's advice and actually apply it. They got results, right? So if you're walking around here with clothes from high school, your hair growing all over your ears, your sideburns are coming down your face, your beard's patchy, your mustache is patchy. Sorry, got cut off, battery died. But my point is, guys, if you are not willing to put your ego to the side and actually try, you deserve what results you get. My results with women, fantastic. Now, hold on. Some of you may say, well, where's your girlfriend? Great point. Half of me is looking for it. Half of me isn't. I'm cool meeting up with different beautiful women of all parts of LA all the time. Other half of me does want a relationship. But the fact that I get opportunities, that means I'll get my result, the end result, which is like, a good girlfriend, a wife eventually. But I'm putting in the work to actually find her. Putting up high quality images on dating apps, putting up actual real life approaches in real life, going out to, events and social events and meeting people that way. Like, I'm putting in the reps, right? because I don't have an ego. I understand the guys who do the best with girls try the most. Now, if you want to say, oh, well, how about Drake? And yes, guys, those guys at the very top who are A-listers, yes, they put in less work, but they put in a lot of work to get to the top, right? So my point is, why is it that guys will lock in with the gym, count every calorie, track every workout? They'll do their best, to do their, their career, to make their money. But women is the one thing where a lot of guys have too much pride to try. Listen, I don't get it. Maybe someone in the comments section can explain it. But I know a complete life is health, wealth, and relationships. And a lot of guys are neglecting relationships with their guy friends and girls. Like, let's be real. How many times do us as men vent to each other? Not very often. So it's like we're neglecting both parts of relationships with men and with women. Men in a heterosexual way. And we're not that way. But my point is, guys, the uneffable guys, the guys that don't get a lot of girls, part of it is because they're not trying. They're not trying to be desirable. Their physique, maybe meh. Their hair, meh. Clothes, super meh. Their effort in real life, zero. Their effort on dating apps, none. But they expect women to come around and like them. Guys, as you know, not all women, but a lot of girls are in the gym doing skincare routines, getting their nails done, lashes done. Like now women have a different beauty standard. Yes, I understand that. But women are actually doing the work to make themselves attractive. Now us as men, we don't have to do that as much. However, my point is, at least put your effort out there to attract the most you can. That's all I'm saying. Whether it be dating apps or in person, most men are not putting up the reps to get the results that they're looking for. If you want this 10 out of 10 baddie, okay, make yourself stand out amongst the rest. If you're not gonna approach that girl in real life and you're not gonna make your dating app profile more attractive, you deserve the tortas that swipe on you. So, in conclusion, guys, the men who are undesirable, AKA uneffable, in this society, they share a lot of traits, right? And if I had to, say the most important one, it would be the last one, having too much ego to even try. But I'll say indecisiveness is up there with it. Guys, if you can be a decisive male, here, 8:30, Friday, wear that dress I like. Then she gets to the date. What do you want to drink? Well, you know what? I'll take care of it. I know what we're getting. She sits down. You guys start talking about life. You know exactly what you want to do with your life. You're decisive. You're fit on point. Haircut on point. Good physique. Charismatic, confident. Your dating life shouldn't be anything less than like a date a week. Maybe even 3 a month. Maybe 1 week you took off. So yeah, man, that wraps me up, man. I just want to get on here and express some of the things I'm seeing with men as I coach them full time. Speaking of that, if you're a guy out there that feels like you have it together, but the dating life just isn't there, whether it be online or in person you want to work on, that's my job full time. Is I take a guy and I give his dating life a complete 180 where he's able to get way more matches, approach way more girls, and also get new photos for their dating apps, because I'll hire you a photographer so you can get these photos for Instagram and dating apps. Now you're attracting girls on Instagram too, which a lot of guys do not do. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.